Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is one of the comics that I've been anticipating and excited about for quite some time. It's Coquí from Chido Comics. This is a fantastic character coming from Puerto Rico. It's awesome. It's such a solid debut. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. I can't praise this enough. It's just a really solid read, really entertaining, absolutely fantastic. Go get it. I'm just telling you right now, go get it. So the comic is written by Ivan Plaza. Artist is Matteo Illuminati. Carlos M. Mangual is the letterer. Jessica Rosana is the editor. Alright, so this is about a young man who winds up getting mystical powers, and they're kind of like frog powers. And this is the first volume is this origin story. It's a really solid introduction to the characters, and I'm liking it. Like, one, it's not taking place in the U.S. or not in the mainland U.S. It's in Puerto Rico, so it's not New York City or the West Coast or something like that, which is awesome to begin with. To be able to get superheroes that are not from the places that we constantly see superheroes from. Is nice. It changes things up, and the comic wears all that on its sleeve. Like, this is a Puerto Rican hero from Puerto Rico, living in Puerto Rico. Spanish is dropped quite often. Like, I picked up the general meaning of a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of words and sayings I don't know. And you know what? That's totally fine. It actually it makes me enjoy the comic even more. And appreciate everything that's within. The other is there's locations mentioned that I don't know the locations. It's a world that I'm unfamiliar with, and the comic does a really, I think, solid job taking you into that world. It doesn't explain everything, and if it did, it would be really monotonous and boring. Instead, it follows its main character as he gets these powers, as the threat is revealed. In a lot of ways, it really it reminds me a lot of kind of the early comics of Miles Morales. There's just a wonderment, I don't want to say innocence, but just a fun attitude in the comic wise that pulls it all together. There's a solid dose of humor. He has frog powers, and part of those powers is talking to frogs. And so the back and forth with the frogs had me laughing. It's really funny. It's really cute. It's solid. This is a comic that I would definitely give to younger readers. I'm thinking maybe 6 and up ish, probably. When they can understand, when they can read on their own, when they can deal with fights and stuff like that. It kind of has this Marvel animated vibe about it, and that's a good thing. It clearly has a goal. It clearly has an audience in mind. But what's nice is even though it's a fairly all ages comic. There's a lot to it. There's layers to the comic that as an adult I really, really appreciated. I know not a ton about Puerto Rico, but I know a lot of what's going on the island. I know some of the issues plaguing it, and to me, I can read into some of the stuff in the comic a little bit more. There's a layer to it that I thought is it's excellent. You can go and just take it as a kid who gets frog powers, and it's his origin story as he goes and fights his first villains. But there's a bit more to the villain. It's himself, and what he's looking for and what he wants to do, and some of the references there and stuff like that. He's a bad guy. You can take it for that, but there's a little bit more hinted at as to motivations and stuff like that. It's really solid. I like it, and the fact is that it comes in this small smaller format. This is behind it is a normal side trade, and this is what Coquí is. I think the we'll call it a digest format. The digest is, I think, really geared towards kids, and kids will appreciate it more. Comics are fairly big for younger readers, so to be able to get this and pack it away in a bag or be able to really sit down and read it a lot easier is nice. It's a nice package. It's well done. This feels really cool, and I'm loving it. I'm just really, really loving it. It's $9.99, a little bit lower than a normal trade, which is awesome. The art is cool. The art matches the attitude. There's a fun aspect about it all. It continues that kind of wonderment and excitement, and you know, the art really reflects the vibe of the comic in a good way. Yeah, we'll leave it at this. You know, it's black and white, so you're gonna have to be okay with black and white comics. But I personally love black and white comics, so I'm totally good with it. So overall, it's just a really solid comic. It's really entertaining. I found myself laughing. I love the action, and I can't wait for the second volume. Like, I want to read more right away. I think that's my biggest complaint is I want to read more. I would love like a 200-page manga style to be able to just rip through a really massive adventure in one go. But you know what? It's totally cool. Like, I'm patient. I can wait and check out more when it eventually is released. So yeah, like I think Chido Comics has got a hit on their hands. Like, to me, this is a really great release. It's going to be awesome when people can get it, and it's exciting. This feels like the start of something really cool and very special. So I'm all in. I'm all in on this. You can go get it. We got links beneath this video. Some of them are affiliate links. There's some variants on the Chido website, Chido Comics website. I think there's an autographed version. You know, I don't know if anything's sold out or anything like that, but you can go get it from them. We also have links to Amazon. We might have some links to some other spots where you can go and reserve yours as well. So yeah, I'm props to all this. Like, really, really cool. Go check this out if you're looking for a hero that is not the default location, look, everything. You got it. Yeah, Coquí, right here. Go check this out. This is pretty awesome stuff. Props to them. I want to thank Chido Comics. I want to thank Ivan for hooking us up with a review copy. Thank you so much for that, and thank you all for watching. If you're into comics, if you're into graphic novels, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.